On today's IRS tax refund update, we will take a look at the latest developments as tax refund delays continue for many. Meanwhile, we will take a look at the latest round of tax refunds scheduled for release by the IRS this week. And one recommended option more of our viewers have been reporting as successful in getting a resolution for their delayed tax refunds over the last several weeks. And we will respond to viewer questions about specific letters many of them are receiving from the IRS as they continue to wait. Now, starting off with the latest, as the next round of tax refunds is scheduled to be released and transmitted by the IRS on May 8th, as confirmed by the refund status results seen here. Now, if you are part of this latest refund batch, do allow up until May 13th for it to post to your bank account before initiating a payment trace. And as a reminder, refund status results do not always update even after the refund has been released, so it is always recommended to check your tax transcripts. For those viewers who still do not know how to access your tax transcripts, please watch our February 4th video for further instructions. Meanwhile, the IRS has released their latest set of tax processing numbers, which still shows over 3 million unprocessed tax returns as of this recording, and only a decrease of around 60,000 returns since our latest update. And if the IRS continues to only process 60,000 of these returns a week, it would take them almost 1 year to completely clear out the remaining amount of unprocessed tax returns. Also, at this time, the IRS is not specifying how many of these returns are e-file returns or paper returns, and whether this amount includes amended tax returns. Now, ultimately, tax filers want a resolution to their ongoing delays, and with IRS customer service representatives oftentimes not being able to provide assistance other than instructing individuals to call back in 30, 60, 90, or 120 days, and with the taxpayer advocate not accepting new cases until at least June, options appear to be very limited at this point. Recently, we have been recommending our viewers reach out to their local congressional representative's office for assistance. And we have been hearing from a number of viewers in the last several weeks that they have been able to get a resolution as seen by just some of the viewer comments posted here. One of our viewers who filed back on January 31st and had experienced the 570 and 971 transcript codes had reached out to their congressman, and about a week later, their transcript was updated with a refund date. Meanwhile, another viewer reached out to their senator about an amended return accepted on February 20th, and shortly thereafter reported the refund code appear on their tax transcript. And yet another viewer who was not able to get a resolution from their representative decided to reach out to their senator and ended up getting approved the following week. These were just a couple of the viewer comments we received indicating a resolution, and we ask our viewers who have not done so to please consider this as an option if you are still waiting on your tax refund. Do note that your representative's office will send you a privacy release form that you need to send back, which allows them to communicate to the IRS on your behalf. Many of these offices have staff members specifically assigned to help constituents deal with their tax issues with the IRS. And while each office operates differently, as we have seen not only this year, but in preview years, they can assist. Also, if your congressional representative is not able to assist, do consider at that point reaching out to your senator. Unfortunately, it has come to a point that tax filers must take further action on their own, given the ongoing issues with the IRS. Meanwhile, we have also been receiving multiple questions as it pertains to notices being sent out to the IRS. And what they mean now, the CP05 notice, seen on the far left, has been one of the most commonly received notices this year, and simply means the IRS is reviewing your tax return specifically as it relates to the income and tax withholding you reported, but it also could be in regards to the tax credits you are claiming. In this case, there is no further action necessary, and oftentimes the IRS is indicating they need additional time to conduct a review as something reported on your tax return may have triggered the IRS computer system. However, the CP05A notice indicates the IRS has found an issue with your tax return, such as an incorrect reporting of your income or withholdings or tax credits, and they are requesting specific documentation to substantiate what you entered on your tax returns is in fact correct, such as a W-2 or 1099 form. It could also be copies of pay statements and pay stubs if it pertains to income. And if it is in reference to self-employment income, it could be items like bank statements and invoices. If you receive this notice, immediately send the requested documentation to the IRS so that tax processing can continue. Also, another commonly received notice is the 2644C letter from the IRS informing tax filers that they need an additional 60 days to work on the tax return in question, due to the fact they are waiting on your tax information to be available on their computer system, And oftentimes this means the IRS has still not processed your employer's tax information, which they need to compare with what you are reporting on your tax return for accuracy. And as we saw last year, and now again this year, there may be instances where the IRS will request you to submit specific wage information from W-2 and 1099 forms directly to the IRS so that tax processing can continue and ultimate release of that tax refund. If you are impacted by this, you may want to contact the IRS to see if that option is available, but in either case, prepare all necessary wage forms if you receive this letter in the event you are asked to submit them. Let us know in the comment section below about your ongoing tax issue. In the meantime, we will keep monitoring the situation for further developments, so make sure to click on the thumbs up and subscribe button below for future updates on this channel, and thanks for watching.